I think, big picture, the creative mind has always had a massive role to play when it has come to giving society a narrative which everybody can relate to. I think when it comes to the sustainability imperative, there's been a lot of fantastic effort and energy put into both the regulatory context and also just the supply side context of business. But ultimately this is a movement, and until 6.73 billion people on the planet get this and feel like this is inspiring and meaningful to them, we've always had a Michelangelo, a Shakespeare, a Gandhi, or even a King, I have a dream, or even yes we can. Those narratives that are positive, that are inspiring to people, that have these days, so many different, creative representations that can kind of become, summon people to action, that can kind of become inspiring, encourage people to live a better life, make better decisions. The creative mind has a phenomenal role to play right now in making that a reality. It always has. It's kind of been silent to date, and it's been silent for a couple of reasons. One, it's been kind of locked into the traditional campaign thinking, trying to figure out how we communicate around some early green successes, which has ultimately been called greenwash. But I think taking the movement approach moves us beyond all of that, because actually it's the movement that decides. It's the networks that actually create the content, create the inspiring ideas. And the creative mind gives that all a narrative. Finds a way to describe, behaviour change as and when it happens. So I think having that platform, which is of course through the brand and the brands of the world's biggest businesses, whereby the creative mind can put down something really inspiring that kind of makes people take notice, makes people feel like they're part of something special, part of a movement. I think that is, from the awards perspective, a great thing to be celebrating. And I think, what we've seen from, the judging today is, that all of the judges are aligned around, what are the outcomes? Can we actually prove participation? What was the action that happened? What was the reach? And some of the case studies are phenomenal. The simple digital idea worked through different integrated platforms that makes something that would otherwise be boring. I mean, who would have thought that eco driving could ever be cool? But yet, there's an idea up there that has kind of made eco driving seem quite exciting. Where you'd brag about it to your friends. And it's measurable and so on. So I think the rewards provide the creative mind with, the kind of platform, and I think it's great that it's global this year, because I think, there's nothing else like this out there, and I think the creative mind needs to have a home, and this needs to be celebrated more and more, so that hopefully, as advertising works in concert with the world's largest brands, this just becomes the norm. This is just the way you advertise. And that the old way of kind of, trying to sell more stuff disappears forever.